And then one day he said, you tick all my boxes except you don't have big front and back. Hi, you're welcome to Life Stories with Bussy, where true life speaks and healing begins. I'd like to wish our Muslim brothers and sisters happy celebration. So I'm still waiting for my salami too. So please, it's not too late. You can send it to me. Okay, so today I have another story and I'm going to go straight to the story. But before I go into the story, I'm sure some of you have seen the notification of our shorts and you're wondering what's happening. Okay, so basically what has happened is I want you to have a daily dose of me. A daily dose of me is very good, don't you think? Anyway, so I realized that a lot of people send me questions to answer. So people send me questions like, oh, if he's cheating, what do I do? Do you think I should marry him? He did this, he did that, you know. So they don't tell me long story. They're not long stories like what we have in Life Stories with Bussy. They're just like short questions that I would have to give answers to. Over time, I realized that 10 people can ask the same questions and I would have to respond back. So I just thought, okay, why not make a video? So if I make a video, it's easy. If you're just looking for the answer to that, it pops up. And it's very easy video. So you find out that all of them are on my shorts. They're short videos. I call this 3 minutes truth with Bussy, but it's not even up to 3 minutes. I think the most that I've done so far is like 1 minute 15 or 1 minute 17 seconds. So they're not even up to 3 minutes. So they are easy to send to people. You can just send it to someone. You can just download it, and they are all on my social media platforms. So that's the reason why if you are subscribed, you'll be getting notifications. So when you see a video where I'm putting on my branded t-shirt, just know that it is not Life Stories with Bussy as we used to know it. It's 3 minutes truth with Bussy. So I hope I've cleared that. Okay, that's settled. There are 2 YouTube channels like I would like to recommend to you. I realized that my analytics have shown me that most of the people who watch this program are women. So I know that this will be relevant for women. The first one is RHK with Dr. Booms. RHK with Dr. Booms is raising healthy kids. Yeah, with Dr. Booms. Dr. Booms is a pediatrician and she's ready to answer all your questions that you can raise about raising healthy children. So very important, because I know that my analytics has shown me that there are loads of women who watch this program. That's the reason why I'm recommending this channel to you. That's RHK with Dr. Booms. Now, there's another channel also called Wealthy Waves with Scholar. Wealthy Waves with Scholar deals with financial independence, making money. I mean, you need to just go to this channel and listen to the things that she says. I have found it very educative, very interesting. Just think about a mixture of MBA with some trainings, with some seminar put together. That's what she puts together, and it is good for someone who is trying to gain financial independence, save money, or just make informed decisions when it comes to your finances. Wealthy Waves with Scholar is that channel that you need to go to. They come highly recommended because I know these people. They are professionals in their own right. So let's go into today's story. Today's story was sent in to me by a lady called Ihuotu. I hope I got that because I have to tell her to send me a voice note of her name. This story is coming on the waves of Babadi's story. Babadi's story came like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it's a story of a man who said that he had been married twice and he's been divorced. The first to a woman that he did not love, and secondly to the woman that he loved, but that love came too late. She came in too late. She had been battered, so it didn't work any longer, and he said that he did not want to marry any longer, that he just wants to live his life. He has children, just wants to live his life and not bother about marriage because he didn't understand love. And I remember trying to encourage him to just open his heart and all of that. And the comment section of that particular video was quite interesting and educative, because a lot of people, some people did say they've experienced something like that. So you might just want to go to that video and just check what happened. But now this person is telling us about a story of a man that She loved, but she can never marry. Okay, so come along with me and let's tell the story. So she goes, "Hello, Bussy. I saw your YouTube short, the one where you asked whether someone can truly fall in love just once. I watched the full video, and just like Baba D, I'm beginning to wonder if maybe there really is just one love of your life. And when that chance passes, maybe it's gone for good. I am Ihuotu, and this is the story of the love I couldn't let go of until I had to choose myself instead. From childhood, I had a crush on CJ. He was my brother's friend. We lived in the same estate. Everybody could see it, even the neighbors. They teased me about it, calling it puppy love. My mom wasn't harsh about it. She just smiled and said, I understand. It will fade. But it didn't fade. In secondary school, we ended up in the same school again. He was a senior. I still felt the same way, but to him, I was just Uche's little sister. Uche is a brother. Okay, so our brother is CJ's friend. Okay, let's continue. He never really saw me. He had eyes for girls who were beautiful, full package. Me, I was flat in every way. One day, my brother told him laughing, see my sister, oh, she has a crush on you. They both laughed at me. I cried that day. That was when I decided to hate him. And for a while, it was easy. And then he graduated from our school. But life had other plans. We ended up in the same university again. Same course. He was 2 years ahead of me. That's when we started talking small. Even though he had plenty girls around him, I still hoped. I started dreaming again, building castles in the air. I cooked for him. With my own pocket money, I would buy food stuff. I helped him with some of his carry-over assignments. I went to his house often. His friends knew me from when we were small. I would help out. His mom was always grateful, always sweet. I was practically family. People around us began to notice. They started shipping us together. I told myself maybe it's finally happening. Until one day, I went to his hostel and met another girl, his spec again. He introduced her as his girlfriend. My head started throbbing. I genuinely thought that I was the girlfriend. I cried like it was the end of the world. I confronted him and told him to define whatever it was that was going on between us. He said, I could never have those kind of feelings for you. You are like a younger sister. What I feel for you isn't the kind of love a man feels for a woman. And besides, you are not my spec. Hey, whoosh. You sure? Hey. But you see this thing that I'm talking about, it has happened to me before. Let me just give you a very short story. I was dating this guy in university, and I think the guy said to me that he said I had a good character. He said, oh, you have a good character, you're a sweet girl, you are loving, you're kind, but I'm not posh or something in that line. Yeah. And this was a guy that I was in love with in university at that time. So this kind of thing happened anyway. Wow, Ihuotu, I feel you, sis. I feel you, because man, I've been here before. But hey, let's continue. You're not my spec. Ha. Okay. So she goes, Bussy, my heart shattered into a million pieces. That pain, it affected everything. My grades, my confidence. I know, right? After that, I avoided him. Started trying to be nice, but I put a wedge between us. If you don't love me, stay away. Yes, now. You cannot be enjoying boyfriend privileges and put me in friend zone. It's not possible. Just so if you don't love me, just stay away. That's it now. I understand this story. Still, it kept coming. Even when my brother traveled abroad, CJ would visit our house during holidays. He would play with my younger brothers, chat with my mom. He blended right in. Sometime later, we started talking again. This time, it felt deeper, more intentional. He used to call me regularly, would gist for hours. I started letting my guards down again. And then one day, he said, "You tick all my boxes, except you don't have big front and back." You're too. Hey, yeah, somebody the ask of this man. Good. Things that love make us do. Love make us take rubbish. I'm telling you. He found one of my old friends on Facebook. He followed her and started toasting her. And of course, she was his spec. And that was the moment I said to myself, shouldn't I have known it was too good to be true? But by then, there was no heart left to break. I didn't cry. I just cut him off, refused to pick his calls, and avoided him completely. Eventually, I graduated and met the man who became my ex-husband. He was crazy about me. Started dating, and honestly, I thought I'd moved on. Then CJ heard I was getting married. He showed up. "Why are you rushing to get married?" he said. "We're supposed to be together." Bussy, if you see the way I shouted on him that day, you and who joined us together? I told him, "Do you know how many years I've been in love with you? And you threw it back in my face? Now you come to say this rubbish when my ID is already out." But deep down, did I stop loving him? I can't say I did. Maybe my heart was just foolish. I got married and genuinely tried to make it work, but it didn't. We just weren't compatible. There were things I did wrong, I'll own that, and things that he did too. After 10 years, we let it go. CJ also got married. That one didn't even last as long as mine. So now we're both divorced. I moved back home for a while. Coincidentally, my daughter's school was right beside a property CJ was using for his office. We started seeing each other again. The first day he saw me, he said, "Small girl, didn't I warn you about that marriage?" I told him to back off. But he started trying to be nice again, buying gifts, taking the children out, both his and mine. Yet he still had other women, still dating his type, his spec. It was same confusing pattern. Then sometimes last year, CJ said, "Ihuotu, let's try this marriage thing. You have always loved me." He even mentioned it to our parents. I refused. My family couldn't understand why. My mother said, "Ihuotu, heartbreak is better than none. We've known CJ all our lives and you've always loved him. Why are you rejecting his marriage proposal?" Even CJ's mother tried to appeal to me, but I refused bluntly. Only my father supported me. He told them, if she's not comfortable, leave her alone. I told them all, loving someone is one thing. Being loved back the way you deserve is another. CJ loves the idea of me being in love with him. He thrives on it. But would he ever love me the way I've loved him? I doubt it. For someone who's been married and divorced, if I ever marry again, it has to be on equal ground. We have to love each other equally, deeply, and truly. Do I still love CJ? Yes, I think I always will. But I will never marry him because this time I chose myself. So yes, Bussy, I agree with Baba D. Sometimes you are just tired. And sometimes choosing yourself is the loudest kind of love you can ever give. I think that you're a brave woman, Ihuotu. I think finally, Ihuotu, that you decided that rather than take this heartbreak, you rather starve. And I think that's very good. Because sincerely, I really don't think that guy ever loved you or saw you the way you saw him. Definitely his spec was a problem and you were not that spec. So every time he saw you, he did not see that spec. And like I said, I've been in that situation before where somebody said he liked me for my character but didn't like my outlook or something at that time. Well, I was very skinny then and maybe I wasn't this, But I think that you did yourself a huge favor by saying no to him. Maybe, his parents had told him, Ihuotu is there, the both of you are divorced, and Ihuotu loves you, Ihuotu is a good girl, you guys can just come together and marry. And based on that, that's why he came to say, oh, let us marry or something like that. It wasn't like he loved you or anything, and so there was no point for that. So that you could say no and that you chose yourself for the very first time, I think that's very, very good. Well done. That's very brave. That's a very brave thing to do. Yeah, you might love someone and you might just generally walk away from them because that love will not do anything to you. At the end of the day, if you marry him, you will hate yourself and you will hate him, because at that point every scale in your eyes will just fall and you will see the person for who the person is. I think this guy, this your CJ guy, you get as he's not a very stable person. It doesn't look like a very stable person, and so it will not give you what you want. So yes, you can love somebody and just tell the person to just stay far away from you. Just stay there. Yeah, I love you, let me love you from here, and then you stay there. There's no point killing ourselves just because we are married. So I think that was a brave thing to do. Guys, what do you think about your true story? I will be in the comment section and we can discuss this. Ihuotu, I think that you did a very fantastic job letting go. I don't think anybody will tell you that maybe you should try marriage with him, because I don't think that marriage is about trying. It's about the both of you being convinced that we want to spend the rest of our lives together. And if he doesn't have that vibe or he just likes you because you love him, what about you? What about your own need for love? It means that he cannot give you what you're looking for. And so it was very brave of you to just reject him and say no and tell everybody no. Because I know the kind of pressure that they can put on you and say, hey, you are divorced, oh, please don't marry, that kind of thing. So it's good that you said no to them. Thanks to your dad who supported you. I think he did the best thing. Guys, what do you think about the story? Let's meet in the comment section. Till the next story, my name is Bussy David. Bye.